Yo, this is Livewire. Not often do I have people in the studio and people in the studio that I like. Both of them right here. I have Kadeem Williams and I have Hanuman Munsami of Premium and CSK respectively. And the linemen, they literally come in the studio to line with me on the podcast for this episode. This is going to be real good, I know. This is going to be real enjoyable. Listen to the fellas talk about cricket, Windball cricket, because Windball cricket, for some reason or another, still playing in Trinidad and Tobago, although rains out of fall. Well, let's check me out. You're lineman with the live wire.
You alignment with the live wire. The live wire.
Like I promised everyone, this is something that I was really excited about doing. And why I was excited about doing as somebody who wasn't as talented as them fellas and still trying to find some kind of talent even in my 40s, in my late 40s. I had two of the best Windball cricket. I don't know. I mean, they will see whether or not I'm right in saying all-rounders, but I know two of the best Windball cricket batsmen in studio here with me. I hope that them fellas are accustomed with talking into a mic. I want them to hold it up to their mouth. I wanna thank Kadeem Williams and Hanuman Munsami for joining me. Guys, thanks for coming through.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no
man.
problem. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
It's an honor to be here, though. I mean, Windball cricket is something special in this country, and I think this interview should be a little good for the youngsters coming up. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
That's real nice to hear. That's real nice to hear because I have little, I think I could call it a story. A little tale with both of them. Why it is I asked both of them to be here. I'm gonna start with the second story. I'll start with Hanuman. Hanuman, you play. All right, a lot of people know that you play with CSK. Right, CSK is one of the best teams in the country, and the thing was that. Yeah. So the thing was that early in the year, you guys were in the Bronte Big Bash down in
Princestown.
Yeah, down there, right? And because we report on, all things that had to do with this. Every time CSK played, Tony had one name was coming up. Right, but it was a name that I saw last year because I was charged with writing some of those stories last year in Sangre Grande in the 60.
Right.
And so wait now, but this man so good, this man down so this man in Grande, but then I tell him I said, well, the man played with CSK, right? And then this 190 something runs in a game,
right?
In a 10-over game,
right?
Which is something that I mean, people who looking at a T10 game, a Windball cricket game, might find that very, very spectacular, which is a spectacular thing because it doesn't happen often.
Right.
But it wasn't so much that, It was the fact that it was happening 90-something runs wasn't often, but it seemed as though every time somebody score runs, it's you. You understand? So I say, I had to talk to this guy. And I was down there in the final when you guys won it.
Right.
When you guys won it, I think. And one of the things I was particularly impressed with the entire team, and when I spoke to Amir, the captain of the team last week, I had also mentioned the sort of family environment. But we want to talk about the family environment for you. How amazing it is for you to be doing things like that.
Well, boy, to begin with, COVID had a lot to do with it. I think all the years I've been playing cricket was just more just playing and freeing and doing stuff when you're young. Now that I'm getting older, I have kids, married.
Yeah.
So it takes a toll on you now. So I can't run down all the cricket now that I have. So I can pick and choose where I want to go.
Yeah.
So these are the cricket now, and then, Amir will call and he say, hey, I need you for down Bronte, that hard tournament down there. I need you for a bowling down in South. Once CSK there, I always tell Amir that I there.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we have that understanding and he know well, all right. Once he going somewhere and he needs me, I will be there for him. So in this tournament, and I was like, all right, how long we go follow motions and things in our tournament, boy? that was me long time. That was me long time. I used to be telling Kadeem this. Like, me and he used to be battling long time. We used to be like, with our Wednesdays, like, all right, yeah, you just stay with me now. We will get runs. And that's why you stay with me. You had to get runs. I know how to get runs. All right, Mr. Man, Kadeem just doing the things. And then sometimes I'll tell Kadeem, I say, hey, I feel like I attack this one here. You might have to pull out a reverse. So, thing. You doing that thing. And that's how we was doing it. All years going on. So now I say, well, I have to get back a little thing in the motion. So I say, well, hey, I feel I want to run for some motion. So I, normally I love to open batting. So it helps me with achieving motions in any tournament I play because I always open batting. So I say, well, why? Nah, I had to go for a motion. So I really put on my head in that tournament. And the tournament was a bit easy too, because there was a over in, there's 2 overs in the tournament, which was the first over and the last over,
like
the bowl, and a 6 is 8 and a 4 is 6.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it makes it a little easier for the batsman.
For the batsman.
Right. And then I love the bowling. I like to hit the bowling. So obviously that first over, and once I remained for the last over, obviously I sure to make at least 90 something or a big score, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Well, in that game when I made the 90 something, it had some other scores in that game too, because I wasn't really fond of going for 100 in that game because we're playing like a weak side. Yeah. So I'd give Christopher Vincent a chance to make that, Dangles. Yeah. He made a 50 something, he out. Harry's coming. Yeah. Harry's make a 50 something, he out. So I was giving all these guys, and then Fadi came in, right? Ryan Singh.
Oh yes, right, yeah.
Ryan Singh, right. Yeah. So he came in, and then he was on about 30 something too. And I end up on 96.
How much runs are they making that game?
Well boy, I think we made, I
think
200 runs up. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. In that 10
so,
over game.
Yeah, so that was the game, and well boy, the hardest thing is that side win the toss and send me into bat after they now see we chase and 90 something against a better team than them. And then send me and say we can't do them that. Oh God.
Well, watch that. I'm glad you see that, because to me, somebody, and I really do want to see this, and I sure want to see this setting. Somebody done since that captains I've seen just play with ball cricket. I'm fooling on it. Because a few weeks ago, I just sticking up this time. A few weeks ago, in over 45 that I played up in Tyrone in Bookmalachis. Antrax playing against a team called Hitmen. And Hitmen come with 10 men.
Right.
Antrax is the best team in the competition. Hitmen win the toss, send Antrax into bat in 10 overs. Antrax drop out, try 88 on them. So I understand how you win in a game like that. So that way also they just remind me. And you guys played that real. In the finals in that competition, it was
a close final. Yeah, it was a close final.
It was. As a matter of fact, I actually thought, I was commentating in the game, and I remember thinking that there was a little period in the middle when you all were bowling.
Right.
That you all kind of give it back to them because I thought you were in control.
Right. Yeah. And then when I bowled my last over, and I get the wicket of Vishan Jagir, that was the man we had to get. If we didn't get him, well, I know that last over he's not getting the ball.
That was true.
I know that, so that is why that was the key wicket there. I mean, I come and get. I mean, my hand is not 100% as way it was before. Right. No, me, I might have to take a little flammer and think that So I say, well, boy, I had a flammer on him because I know he's batting in this final here. So I know I say, well, I had a pelt because Harry's hand short in the last game in the semi-final. Right. Yeah. So I had to finish over and 3 balls for him in the semi-final.
Yeah, I remember.
Right. Yeah. So I know I had the pelt in the final for sure. So that is how I say, well, I say, but I get all that wicket here and I run up. I say, I only watching that little piece of that wicket on the corner. There. I say, nah, boy, I had to hit in that Yorker, boy. Well, me know where that one come on from, well, boy, I get tips. I said, nice. We inside, because that was the danger man.
Yeah, that was the danger man.
Yeah, if he was in there,
because he was starting to go.
Yeah, you see, Paul is a man, you can't chance with the bowling too. He will hit any type of bowling in bowling. So he's a man, you can't just play around with him bowling. So that's why I know he wicket was the most important wicket for that team there.
And about 2 weeks before that, you guys won on a hill piece.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, down there was a kind of massacre.
Or then he lost in the semi-final though. Quarterfinal, something like that.
Quarterfinal. Yeah. After
only one man score runs in the game.
After destroying all the teams in the league, come down in the quarterfinals. They say we playing on the small side. The small side had Ricky Siuchan in it.
Yeah.
I say, oh, you gonna be a small side. Yeah, big. I say, well, boy. But it really have some men that they play with, which is the committee side, and that is like the hardball team that they play down on that side.
Yeah.
So they have men who could play the cricket.
Yeah.
It's not men who...
Quite a few. Yeah.
So I say, well, alright, we will go down with thing. Skipper went to us, say we batting thing, because we thought it was a small side. Bonnie to open, well, alright. I got a single, and after that was all I can remember was wicket after wicket after wicket.
Should I see that score sheet?
I was like, nah, boy. But the only thing in that game you had to study was that after 3 overs, you have to call your batting power play, which is a 6 is 8 and a 4 is 6, and you cannot out besides run out in that over.
Yeah, in that over.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, with all that going on now, I say, well, alright, I got to wait on this over. And I would obviously take it on the end, which is the breeze for me. By the time I take it, about 5 wickets or 6 wickets probably don't fall. After I take it, we get back to all the runs here, we come out script. I made, I think, 75 or something in the game.
Yeah.
7 men made duck in the game
After
also.
should I see that score sheet?
And
It's only one line in the score sheet.
And we made 101 or 102.
Yeah.
And it came down to 10 runs in the last over.
103 actually. Yeah.
And Dangles bowled last over and defended. So
One run.
So it was a real close game. We win the game. And then, well, after that, well, it was just carnage again back after that to the semis and final.
I think in most tournaments, it always had a one game.
You had to get over one game, and which is
of course.
Sometimes that was make or break a team, because sometimes you play all the good cricket and that one bad game and you end up with nothing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is where the senior guy had to step up. You see, when men having a bad game, senior men had to be watching to see who's having a bad game and knows how to run the team after that, because you can't let a man have a bad game and then how he come into bowl and he leaking runs, or you have a man have a bad, you send him to bat, he's soaking up dot balls where you don't need him in ball cricket, right? So captains had to know these things, and they had to go sometimes emotions too and watch a guy and see what it is really going on with him. You just can't let a man say, well, hey, nah, his talent so good, there you go. But then after that, see, he had a little mishap and he feel, drop a catch or something and he mind off. You don't want him going in there to go and open button now and they say, well, hey, want to beat some ball. They still have something else. So I think cricket now is more about grooming the youngsters right now. For me, I reach in a stage, I tell these guys, I say, well, anytime all you want help, I'm willing to help all you. I will coach all in any aspect of the game, any point, I will help people. Because I think Windball cricket is a bit understanding for me now. Yeah. I understand the game fully. Yes, I'm still learning, because I still have to play the game as well. Yeah. I still make mistakes. I'm a human. So it's all about keeping the composure and knowing what is the right thing to do at that time. Right. For me, I think Windball is like one of the best sports this country could ever have. I mean, it's where I am today in my life. I mean, Windball is such an important thing in my life. It makes me travel a lot. I have to go America to play Windball cricket.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that just now too.
I mean, Windball, I cannot say no to Windball ever in life. Yeah. It's really something amazing. And I'm glad that I have the talent to play this game.
Well, I think I have a more interesting thing with Kadeem. Kadeem probably don't know this. Well, he probably can't remember this. The first time I ever met Kadeem, it was actually playing cricket. I was playing cricket on the same team. The first time I met him was playing on the same team. Right? I ain't gonna mention the team because I ain't really want to expose myself that much. So I was coming back from, my mother had died, and I was coming back to meet this group of guys who we were defending a championship. And he was on the team for the first time. And so for me, when I came back, that was the first game of the tournament. I was saying, well, look, here we're going. Now, for me to actually get back, because the last time I held that battle, play any kind of cricket was the previous year when the game when we won the finals. So they say, well, you're going home with Williams. So right, cool. I shake his hand and the man thing, and I figure, well, as a senior person, I talk to him. Right, we going outside there, playing the thing. But the first few balls I faced, I can't middle the ball at all. I think I got a single or something. And then the next over, when he started face, I see middle the first time, And then the second ball as he played, a beautiful shot for four. So I give him a bounce and thing. The next shot I see the man play, I realized like, this man can really play. So I went up to him and I tell him, I know you can't remember this. I went up to him and said, don't let me tell you not get in this game. You do everything. You talk to me. You understand? And could you remember that we won the tournament? We had pretty good talent on the team. My talent was winning, as a older person and all that. So I had appreciated the fact that I was around good players and so on, and we could have and that actually was the third time we had won that tournament in a row, right? Kadeem, Other lost that championship for the first time in 5 years, right? Let me ask you this though. You feel anyhow knowing that you came into that championship team and you were given the captaincy of the team. You won one as a captain and you lose this one as a captain. I know you lose to a really good team. How that's sitting with you right now?
Well, to be honest, first thing I would blame with that loss, that final, I think was complacency.
Okay.
Right through the tournament.
We're just killing everybody going through?
Yeah, we were, but it's still complacency. So like even self getting in the little knocks and still getting in knocks and things still, they didn't want to do that practice. And even through the tournament, we've been winning, and I was seeing signs through the whole tournament, through all the games we play, where we still bowling a lot of wides, where I wasn't batting as I believe I could bat during the tournament. I keep telling the rest of the guys and them, somebody had to step up for me. Somebody had to step up because I'm not feeling myself in the tournament. So we win the semis, come to the final, and again, we had the finals to play, and nobody want to take a little practice, they want to do anything. Complacency, man. Start to talk like, hey, we have it in the bag already.
We'll have it in the bag, but we went 5 years in a row.
Yeah, so it's complacency. We come to play the final now, and you could see from the way the next team approached the game, they wanted it more than us. Right? They play like they needed it compared to us.
But being familiar with the competition, and I want to drop this name, Kida Woods. Kida Woods is a bossa batsman, a bossa player. And from sort of halfway through the tournament, he looked as though like he was sort of on a mission. Right? Mm-hmm. So they take it from there. I know the play against them, or run up against a hot batsman, or run up against a hungry team. Yeah, and when you watch Kida through the tournament, Kida come in and watching our games. Yeah. Analyzing our games. He wanted it more for his team. Yeah. Right? They didn't only beat us on the field, they beat us off the field as well, because when you watch their support cast outside, it was amazing. That was from the way how they were together outside. That reminded me the first year when I came to play with the team, and we played the first final. That was the atmosphere. We didn't have that this year. Oh?
Didn't have that this year.
I should have
yeah, but I think all in all, that win for them was good for the tournament. Yeah. Right? It gave other teams hope, because for one team to win it 5 years in a row, people started to lose hope. Like, there's only this team alone winning the tournament.
Well, for people who do know what we're talking about, this is Fire Service Northern Division tournament, and Sangre Grande was the champion team. You're captain of the Blue Steel, and one of the reasons why I want to say that too is because the Blue Steel created something in not just the Fire Service, but created something in, if not the whole of Trinidad, something in Port of Spain. Where does it even have? They became a brand on their own. I walked through Port of Spain a few times and saw people who were not attached to the Fire Service at all, who have on Blue Steel kits. Yeah, which is cool. And I'm pretty certain with the way how CSK does win, you might see the same thing with CSK just now, right? No, but this is me just trying to, before we get into the first break, trying to segue into something that I wanted to talk to both of you about. And when you talk about what Windball cricket meant to you and what it has done for you to the point where it is that you're traveling, like I said, we're going to talk about that a little later on. But Windball cricket in Trinidad and Tobago is so popular. It's so popular. There are people that talk about, we had to grow the sport. I think we had to grow the sport. The sport is what it is, and I mean, everything could grow, but it is what it is. It's that popular, and to the point where it is playing 12 months for the year. Do you see, for somebody who playing cricket right now, I'm playing cricket all my life. I've been playing Windball cricket all my life. Probably not as great as you guys, but I'm playing all my life, and I play on great teams. I play on, mediocre teams and so on. But do you all see Windball cricket being as popular to the point where it is that teams and the name of players, like I have you guys in here because I appreciate what you all do, because I know what you all do. Do you all see it to the point where it is that probably somewhere in the future that people who are that good could be as notable as some like international stars, sports stars? Do you all see that happening in Trinidad at all?
You see, there are a lot of guys play Windball and they love to play hardball as well.
Yeah.
And some of my top cricketers in the West Indies came from Windball.
Well, actually,
Right.
even Kadeem played with Sunil Narayan by Norman last year
Right.
with Premier and they won.
So Terrence Hines,
Terrence, yeah, exactly.
Kieran Pollard, Bravos, or like
All
you
of
name it, all of them play
Yeah.
Windball cricket, right?
Yeah.
Once they're in Trinidad, you have to play
Of
Windball
course.
cricket. You can't stop play that.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to play Windball. It's a nice bacchanal when you come out to play against your
It's a line.
partners and
It's a line all the time.
It's
It's
a
a line
line,
all the
right?
time.
Well, my wife always call it a line. So it's a line. Well, it just justified for her. I mean, yes, it could grow, but I mean, I've seen it growing right now. Meaning, like I see Norman tournament is $20,000 this year.
Yeah, 20 years
Who
this
knows?
year.
Next 3-4 years, it might be $30,000. These are the kind of thing we want to see.
Yeah.
Sponsorship coming and
Yeah.
attacking the Windballs. I like the Windball tournaments, and I want to see Windball cricket in the country, at least get so popular that international people want to come Trinidad just to play in a tournament with Windball.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
asking this, like I've been watching, little stories on Instagram and thing, and little reels and thing. Have men in India playing the Windball?
Well,
And-
it even have a guy who has lives with in Dominica, and they have tournaments where it is that they have teams coming from not all over the Caribbean. They have select teams, and I told my wife this already. I say if it is one team from Trinidad, go up there. Them gonna stop playing up there because that team from Trinidad can just kill everybody, But I'm glad I said. I'm glad I said that because it would mean that you guys have kids, I have kids, and I'm pretty certain that they're in that environment, always in that environment, and they'll always love it. They might be just as great as you guys.
Anyway,
Probably
swinging my
better.
nose is either bat or ball.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah.
Them kids always playing cricket. They always play with the ball. They always doing something.
Yeah.
And they always like to go cricket. Anytime I tell my son I had to go for an interview, I'll cricket interview. He only hear cricket,
Yeah.
and he started crying because I can't carry him. So I was like, hey.
Yeah. We talk
So
about.
that's how it be. Like these kids, I would love my son to play cricket, reach the highest of playing cricket.
Yeah.
But it's all depends on him, when he gets older
course.
and if he wants it.
Yeah, of course.
But I could try my best from now, show him the fundamentals, everything.
Yeah.
I tried my best with him, but I mean, everybody says you cannot be your son's coach. You have to let somebody do it because it have things that, according to their saying, it's true. Because sometimes I myself just be a little harsh on him for something, and then people will be like, "Hey, the man's only 3. Why you getting him so far?" I was like, all right. So I understand why somebody else should be coaching him than me, because I always had a game on and thing, because sometimes you just want them to do something, but to your mind you could do it perfect.
Yeah.
But they have to learn to do it
Yeah,
perfect.
that-
But that's what we do. We won't understand that because we want to see them do it one time. It's be a little frustrating, especially with coaching my own kids. But when I teach other people, other kids and other young boys and area and guys, actually give them good advice about how to become better at the game. This is something I want to see Windball. Like when I get older, I want to see the Windball getting better and better. Because I want to make sure Windball remain Windball in this country.
But
We don't want to go and then after wait and no more Windball,
and I think that one of my concerns when it comes to the Windball is that we need to push more youths, get more youths into the Windball. But coming up in cricket, you always hear this saying, all the coaches will always say that, if you're a hardball cricketer, don't go and play any Windball.
That is like the hardest thing I've been hearing. We used to be playing the hardball team. Normal, what do you do? You ain't have no big signing in the team. All of a sudden you hear any coach talking and saying, Yeah, I know all they like to play all the windball and thing. They play all the win and play all the windball and thing and come to play no hardball. But like, what kind of thing is that?
It's a windball scoring technique.
Windball is where we had the talent from, man. But they can't just stop cricket. Stop me from playing a game. I mean, yes, there's sometimes, I mean, you might have to, if you're on Trinidad duties and thing, I can understand these things, but you're playing club cricket and they're telling you can't go and play a windball game during the week and thing. What kind of thing is that?
Right?
Them thing is not, that's not right. I mean, it's cricket. What they want to do? You know, like they go and drink, they go and lie. It's cricket they want to play. I mean, it's cricket. Let them play cricket.
Yeah, but there's two different types of cricket, two different types of technique in batting. And as a player, if you could distinguish between the both techniques, because it have players like Hanu and myself who could play the hard ball and also play the wind ball. You know? So I won't stop any youth from playing wind ball. But he just has to know, the youth has to know the difference from when he's batting hard ball when he batting the wind ball.
That is the difference there, because that is the main point. They have to know when to side. Hey, there's no wind ball, there's hard ball.
You know,
right.
Because the first time I play wind ball, when I went back to play hard ball the next season, I was hitting the hard ball so clean because the wind ball just helped my eyesight and speed. So when I went back to play the hard ball the next year, it was a different Kadeem playing the hard ball, hitting the ball all over the place, you know. So you just have to know. You just have to know the difference in the techniques. Yes, you know the wind ball, they have more cross batting at times and whatnot. The ball moves more in the air. Yeah, but you just have to know, basically. Just know.
But we made the transition now. We're going to do the scoreboard. We get into the scoreboard and then we will come back and we will do. We still talking to Hanuman and we're still talking to Kadeem because we linemen. All right, keep it here.
He's the Live Wire.
All the content on Lineman with the Live Wire is driven by the content on the Sideline Facebook page that highlights and promotes lesser-known leagues, community, and minor league sports. If you're interested in the reporting of your league, just inbox us at the Sideline or WhatsApp 482-0438. That's 482-0438. We'll let you know what you need to do. For now, it's free, so take advantage. Let the world know what's happening with your league. Join us at the Sideline. Make stars out of your weekend warriors.
Jason the Live Wire. Jason the Live Wire.
So we're going to take a little break from Lineman with Hanuman Munsami and Kadeem Williams to give you guys a scoreboard. So let's see what you could expect across the country this weekend. And we'll start with some football. There are several tournaments that are on the horizon, but for now, the Talparo 7-a-side football tournament is set to resume at the Todd's Road Recreation Ground this weekend after taking last weekend off. A total of 17 games are scheduled to be played tonight, Saturday, as well as on Sunday. Collectively, that is, right? The Sunday night schedule would start with the 6 p.m. game with Sharpshooters taking on Kings of the East. G20 Ballers take on Skywalkers FC from 7 p.m. Wolfpack faces Hilltoppers from 8 p.m. G20 Ballers will come up against Sharpshooters, who comes back again for that game, and the nightcap will feature Wolfpack versus Ricochet. That game begins at 10 p.m. 6 matches are on the fixtures for Saturday, starting with the 5 p.m. game when both KP Land Spartans and Net Shakers play in their first match that they will be involved in on the evening. At 6 p.m., Todd's Road United take on San Rafael United. KP Land's Spartans will return to face Eastside Ballers at 7 p.m. Net Shakers will also make their comeback to take on Ballers FC at 8 p.m. San Rafael United will gather their energy for the fresh legs of the Tabakit United team from 9 p.m. And to end the proceedings, DM United will come up against Todd's Road United, the local team. A big weekend of games will culminate with another 6 games on Sunday from 5 p.m. Kings of the East will look to hand Young Playmakers their first loss. Oasis FC and LIL Boys will clash at 6 p.m. Young Playmakers will take the field again, this time against Skywalkers FC from 7 p.m. Oasis FC and DM United will lock horns from 8 p.m. Skywalkers will try to deal with Ballers from 9 p.m. Then a productive weekend of football will come to a close when DM United take on LIL Boys in the 10 p.m. game. In some hardball news, the Guaracara T10 night cricket at Guaracara Recreation Ground will continue on Friday with games in Group A when La Vega first play against Outsiders from 7 p.m. and then they try to handle Garth Road starting at 9 p.m. On Saturday, the games in Group A continue with one game as Riverside SC is set to face Bayview All-Stars from 7 p.m. Two games are scheduled for Sunday. From 7 p.m., Vikings SCC faces Best 11 in another Group A match. Then the scheduled 9 p.m. game, it will be against Poodle 11. That's Poodle, yeah, Poodle the dog, like in the dog, yeah. Poodle 11 takes on Outsiders. And in more hardball news, round 3 and 4 in all 4 groups of the Caroni Cricket Association T20 competition has a total of 24 matches scheduled for play this weekend. Those games will be contested in Bukaru Road, Calcutta Road, Kaparo, Shoguanas, Edinburgh, Enterprise, Freeport, Monroe Road, Orange Valley, Perseverance Road, Tabaquite, as well as Windsor Park. Windball cricket season runs forever in Trinidad and Tobago, so its Windball cricket schedule on the weekend begins with the start of the El Dorado 8-a-side Windball cricket tournament on Friday at the Cora Recreation Ground. It's also an 8-over tournament, and each player taking the field has to bowl an over. That's the uniqueness of that tournament. 2 games will be scheduled to kick off the tournament, ladies first in this case, and the women's division will get going with Talparo ladies facing Poison ladies in the 7 p.m. game. The open division is where the second game will come from, and that's where Poison B takes on Santa Cruz from 8 p.m. I know it's overwhelming for organizers to just sending scores and updates for their tournaments to the sideline, so we don't have what's happening in the MacBean T10 Windball tournament, neither the Horsey over 50 Windball tournament, which is almost at the knockout stage. So we do apologize for that and hope to have that information for you all in the coming episode on Monday, at least the results. We do know the final pair of the round of 16 matches in the Bronte Big Bash Muslim Premier League that will be played on Friday night. Bronte Market Share from Group B will face off against PYMO in the 7:15 p.m. game, to be followed by the match between St. John's Jamat and Straight Outta Claxton Bay, which is set to go from 8:45 p.m. Finally, the Final Four of the Montico-sponsored Tyro Sports Club over 45 Windball Cricket Tournament will be set after the final Big 8 game is settled on Saturday at the Tyro Recreation Ground in Bookmalacris between 4th place Bluffers and 5th place Unknown. The winner will face Team Anthrax next Tuesday in the semi-finals. Both the Consolation Plate semi-finals will be played on Sunday, beginning with Clubhouse taking on Alliance from 5 p.m. Then Empire My Tower Organs will face Uprising in the late game starting at 7 p.m. So you can look forward to those games over the weekend, and you can look forward to the results on the Sideline Facebook page all weekend long, as well as on Monday's episode of Lyman with the Live Wire podcast. I'm going to get back to Lyman with Kadeem and Hanuman, so don't go anywhere.
He's the Live Wire.
All the content on Lyman with the Live Wire is driven by the content on the Sideline Facebook page that highlights and promotes lesser-known leagues, community, and minor league sports. If you're interested in the reporting of your league, just inbox us at the Sideline or WhatsApp 482-0438. That's 482-0438. We'll let you know what you need to do. For now, it's free, so take advantage. Let the world know what's happening with your league. Join us at the Sideline. Make stars out of your weekend warriors.
Jason the Live Wire. Jason the Live Wire.
So we back. We Lyman with the Live Wire. As a matter of fact, two fellas coming in studio to Lyman, but I didn't ask them. They just come. They just hear us do our thing and they just come and Lyman. Hanuman Munsami, I have him to my right, and I had Kadeem to my left, and I mentioned this before. I had to say I'm pretty honored by being in their company. Let me tell both of us something before I get into everything else. When I was like in my 20s and I was living in Grandy and I was playing more summer Windball cricket in and around San Grandy, places like Corial and Fishing Pond and them kind of places. it have certain men who I didn't like at all. I used to get nightmares, right? And I could call their name because me and them good now because all of we get old, all of we still playing cricket. They're still better than me. People like Ryan Bash, but me and Ryan Bash are good. Ryan is my boy, right? Sparky's our next one, right? I'll give you a small story. Sparky, I started playing in Korea, and he hit me for 6 like 3 times boy in a row in the bamboo boy, and that's a small ground for people who don't know. To the point where I walk up to him in the picture, I say, hey, that's small ground, right? You not hit it so far, you know. So we only have certain amount of ball, and he watching like, you know, Sparky's that kind of guy.
Yeah, that's Sparky, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, you good know. Marlon Moonsam is our next one. Like, watch me, I couldn't take Marlon at all. After that, the fellas just give me nightmares, right? But like I say, all of we get older and all of we still playing, which is that be real pleasing to me. As a matter of fact, all of us still play. We playing currently in the over 45 in Tyro, right? And you know, they're for big name players. They're playing for a bigger team than me, right? But it still feels good to know that, you know, that everybody still appreciating each other because, you know, we were talking about just in the previous segment about we hoping that Windball cricket still lives on and thing. And I don't doubt that it will, right? And what I am experiencing right now is proof that it will, right? That it can still happen. COVID mash up a lot of things, it'll mash up this, right? As long as it's that alignment Trinidad, you got Windball cricket. That's what I feel. You understand? So it have two things I want to touch on. One with each of you guys, right? I'll start with Kadeem. Kadeem, you're captain. Tell me if I had this right. You're captain premium last year in Norman competition. Right.
At certain games, not all the games.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys are the defending champions by Norman. Norman Windball cricket starting on the 7th of July this year up in Tacarigua again. How much years you play by Norman with different teams?
Probably more than 10 years. Definitely more than 10 years.
All right.
Played semi-finals by Norman. I think I won 5 out of the 7. So let me say, on average 15 years. Let me say 15 years.
Last year in the finals, all they play sample 6, right? Which was a real easy game for all because it didn't look like much of a test. The previous year, you all played reload and the game came down to the end and all they stop all they too, right? And fall down, right? Now, this year, you know, money is the answer to all questions, right? And the money by Norman began. Right? So what are you expecting by Norman this year? Because both of you are seeded players by Norman. Right? Both of you are seeded players by Norman. I get to you by Muzami just now. Both of you are seeded players by Norman. I know that has put a little not a damper, but that has caused it to construct your team different because you know you have a certain amount of seeded players on your team.
Right, yeah.
How you expect the tournament to present itself this year?
Well, as with every year, Norman does have an excellent tournament. Right, it's one of the biggest tournaments, probably the longest running tournament right now in the country. Right, right, and so we always expect a real nice atmosphere by Norman because even when you go disregard the final or whatnot, you go a normal group game. It's always have a nice atmosphere. Sunday evening, you go for a Sunday evening game. It's be real nice where people come. Norman is have his crew just come and sit down and line and thing and have the little old talk, the little peacock. So the cricket by Norman is really a nice thing that people look forward to every year. When it comes to premium, right, when not only premium but myself as well, any form of cricket I go to play, I play to win. So we have high expectations of winning the tournament. The year before when we lost that final, it was really, really hard because of the manager, Brent. Yeah. Because Brent from Tacarigua. So like he had Norman tournament closely. He had a real strong desire to win Norman tournament. So that loss from and I have to say we took, how to say, boy, we were on course to win and we just threw it away.
Yeah.
Just handed.
I was there. Yeah. I see it.
Right.
I see it twice.
Yeah. So
I was disappointed when how you out and how Ryan out in that particular game.
Yeah. Mine was where I think when I sky up the ball. Yeah. I mean the catch it looked so easy. I didn't tell myself that man would have dropped that catch. I didn't run. Right?
And
So
you
I was
drop
kind
it
of
and
like
you
that
come
ball
and
in the
get
air.
run out.
Yeah. So when he dropped
I
the ball,
remember that, right.
yeah, and come and get on. But still, from there, we should have still win the game. But I mean, you had to give credit to Reload. They fight to the end. Right? Next year when we play Sample 6, which was, in my opinion, a more experienced side than Reload. I mean, we made it look easy.
Terrence
But
Hines was on that team.
Huh?
Terrence Hines wasn't on the team?
yeah, Terrence Hines and Richard Ali.
Richard Ali, yeah, was on that
Right,
team.
Deepak Kumar, these fellas is experienced. These fellas who I come into the cricket and meet them playing. That's as a Hanuman come. I came into the Windball and know them doing what they're doing still today. Right. So I mean, as you say, it was an easy victory. Right.
Yeah, it looked like on the run over Sample 6.
Yeah, but I feel it probably pressure from the manager because as I say, he really wanted that tournament. You know, so I was glad that we could give him that victory. Yeah, I captain from the knockout games, and I believe it's probably because Bob and them little camera shy time they seen the mics and thing come out.
Yeah, that's be most of the reason
Yeah,
why they
so-
would be like, hey, from small, you know.
Yes.
From small them doing that.
So basically, I was
And they
really,
see
I was
camera
just
and
the
man with
face of the
microphone.
captain.
Yeah, Hanu's gone to the
Yeah.
toss, go take the toss.
Yeah, so I was basically the face of the captain.
So, all right. No, there's something I'll ask you because I would be in a whole different place to actually be in the company of certain people, but not in the capacity that you would like to be. Sunil Narai was on that team. I was always have a neighbor who was always King International DJ. We was always be talking about cricket because we're big cricket fans and so on. And one of the things I was always telling him is that it's had people who real good does be playing all the time. It doesn't matter, right? And Sunil Narayan is a man that's playing. It could be anyway that a ball pelting and hitting, right? And he was in the finals. Take me through this. Is it that persons on the team does be not overwhelmed, but feel that they're in the presence of something great when they're in his presence, or is he so down to earth that it makes everything so comfortable and easy?
Well, Sunil, I grew up playing cricket with Sunil, right? With Hanuman as well. That is probably when I know how to play the Windball, Furniture Boys.
Yeah,
Right?
okay, right.
Sunil,
Yeah.
Hanuman, all these guys. So, and one thing we know is that Sunil thirsty. He real thirsty for the Windball. So the slightest chance he get, he's going to fly back to Trinidad and look to, if he here for 3 days, he looking for a Windball game within that. You know, but he just love it so bad. And I would always say, because it always had a debate of who's the best. And I was always the Sunil, one of the best, most destructive Windball batsmen I ever seen.
When I was growing up, when I was coming through, one such person was Lyndon Simmons. So the point of it is there was that game, I can't remember exactly what his game was. And I saw he was batting. I think this wasn't sign right. And he was batting with the bat upside down. So I thought, he probably waiting on something. And then I see him shaping up the bat. And actually see a man bowl because apparently there's something that he does normally do. And he actually hit a ball for 6 with the hand at the bat. I'd never seen that in my life. But he was a guy who is just like Sunil Narayan, once it is that cricket playing, he did, right? Because it's the same all over the place.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And and that in itself, I would say, it has given a different respect for certain guys because it has given the belief that they're not above you, right? It doesn't matter where they travel, it doesn't matter what they do, they're not above you. And that has always been good. Norman has always talked about the guys who come through, playing cricket by him. A lot of guys, former Trinidad players, former West Indian players, and so on, right? And obviously that's making him feel good. So it is so like when people see Terrence Hines and they see Sunil Narayan playing in a game by Norman or anywhere else, it does make people, spectators, supporters, and things feel, the same way how probably their teammates feel. That it was special.
Yeah, we know what they could do, their capability, but I wouldn't say we just accustomed with having them out.
No, obviously, only gonna be accustomed.
It's
Obviously.
It have one or two of the new guys and some of the guys who with them long time they themselves they be like, ooh, King come back, boy. So it always have 2-3 of them like that.
Okay.
But I mean, sooner than them, there's always be down to it, there's always be normal. Them there's also played cricket.
Yeah.
Then come to shit talk, blind thing, whatever, and play cricket.
Well, I actually had a conversation with him, so I know that part of it. But everybody wouldn't have that opportunity. You're going America to play cricket. Where you going to America to play cricket now?
Well, there's a little tournament up there. So
Well, tell me about the tournament, who you're going to play for, where you're going to play, tell me something about it. Nobody else knows. You're the only person in Trinidad that knows you're going to
6
play.
years ago, I went up America to play All Fools tournament.
Lord have mercy.
So
Trinidadians have no behavior, no way, no how.
So, alright, we gone up to play the All Fools tournament. The first day is a Saturday and Sunday. Saturday. Me and my partner, we well beat people in the All Fools. We organizing to come back tomorrow, because knockout tomorrow, we qualify and thing.
Right.
Sunday morning, well in the night, a lot of guys keep calling my phone. So obviously in America, you ain't want to answer no phone and from people in Trinidad. Alright, just let me answer one. His partner trying to get onto you to play some cricket. I say, cricket? Okay. Windball? Well, alright. Me have no problem. So they say the game is in the morning. I said, the morning, boy? So they say, yeah. I said, nah, man. I had to go and play the All Fools. So they say, we, boy. You sure, boy? I say, yeah, boy. I had to go and play them. Nah, go and play the All Fools now, boy. The cricket. So I say, cricket, boy? If I want to play the cricket now, I want to leave all the All Fools side.
Tough decision.
I say, boy, cricket boy in America, let me go and play this thing, yes? I get the opportunity, let me go and take a chop. Alright, when I play the game, we end up playing against Barman and Roger Valeron and them. We played against them.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, they beat me. In the game, Barman out me. I hit Barman at 4. But the Barman get a bit slow and he pelted now, obviously he old and everything. So he pelted, he still get pelted leg break, off break, a little straight ball as a bullet. So he pelted leg break, I watch it, but the ball that they use up there is like Penn and Dunlop. It's not Tiger Pro.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Had to come in a
So
can and they had to get
tennis ball.
it some when you open, right?
Yeah.
So then this ball bouncy.
Little soft fire.
And it bouncy, so he pelting like when it bounces. So I get one thing, I cut it for 4. And then he come down my leg side, and I'm thinking, but I was going against the breeze.
Okay.
But if it is a court, so I was like, I could play it, but then I was like, no went in the bat.
Yeah.
My first game in America, I said, well, let me take my time. But this man pelly ball and it bounce up on me and choke me up and make me get catch out, boy. I said, we. So my man hold on the wicket and start to whine and thing. And so I said, we, boy. All right. Gabby licks. And before I leave, now the All Fools gone. Beside my partner and Cosmo the whole time because I ain't went in the All Fools until late down in the night.
Yeah, look for that.
So I look for that. I end up getting to play the cricket. Now they have a night tournament coming out in the cricket and I'm getting to play one game before I leave to go back home.
Okay.
So another side call, man. Some partners had a call, man, and say, boy, these men and them have a club and thing and and if you go and play some cricket for them and thing, you'll get through and thing with these men and them men. Like the real like here, boy, because there's only be watching videos and with you and thing on YouTube. At how the cricket was going on was the Strictly FX cricket.
Oh,
They
okay.
Martin.
Yeah.
And they were watching these cricket. And it was like, yeah, we see a bat and thing and this and that thing, alright. So they asked me to go and play the night game. So I said, boy, I had to kind of show them what I have. I can come up here and do shit in this. So I said, alright, when I play this side now. Alright, we bowled first, I think it was 12 or 15 overs, I can't remember. We bowled the side for about 64. Alright. I said, well, alright, Hanu's is the man to open. I look into go and open here.
Yeah.
And fella say, yeah, they have this and the normal open pair, and I won.
Yeah.
So I said, course I'll get in my mind. I was like, alright, no problem. They'll do the thing. And then there was batting about 30 something without loss. In my mind, I was like, but then fellas get bat. Because I first time playing with these guys and thing. It's the first game. So I was like, wait, no, them fellas and them thing, man. They can bat and thing, man. Alright, that's it. And obviously, boys have a 64, which was a good side at that time. That was the side, it was a good side. Alright. boom, man out. I had to go in. So I say, boy, see this? I want to take them apart here, yes, because I just show them because the whole park. Hear me coming to play cricket now, the park sell out. If you see people up there, I never in my life know that all the people come just to see me play cricket. They want to see me play cricket, and you know what they want to see? Me hit sixes.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Well, boy,
Come to play a single.
I know how Rohit and Kohli and in this field when they hit a six in England. I hit a six. Well, the man coming up, I see man run up my belt and shit. I'll Rasta man.
Yeah.
Well, I say, Rasta, you gotta feel something in there. I gotta, show the and a little bit of my talent.
Yeah.
I Rasta man 4 running, yes.
God, man.
Talking about.
After the first one, people like them, you know, like, they say, but Blacka is the guy name. They're like, Blacka, but you don't ever get licks. Or you get licks something, they think. Oh, I don't know what they do there, but there's money. Like, nah. Inside the corner. What they get him from? So I did 4-6, I come up in the game or everything. So I had to do something to make sure people know, hey, I have a talent. So, Alright. Next year coming around back. 2-3 other teams calling and thing to find out and thing. But this team that I play with, I find the camaraderie was good and with these guys. They operating the same way we just operate when I go. I say, nice man. Feel like I gotta run with them fellas and so, they organize and thing and the team just organize and buy the ticket and thing and then I stay by the manager and I stay home by him. He treat us good. We don't ever spend any money and he's doing everything for us. So I tell people, we just go up there, we don't ask for money and one thing. We just go, we get best treatment. We live like millionaires to be exact. That's how we actually live. Like millionaires. Like things like I don't even dream about. My manager came in the Barclays Center in a suite to watch Marshall perform.
Barclays Center,
yeah, like these kind of things, you don't get to see them thing often, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so then, you alright. So we are going up there now. Also, when I'm going up, I tell my manager I want to play against Barman and then when I come up to
I want
them back. I said, nah, they can't get me so easy. So he said, alright. I come up, and when I went up, the day we had to play them, on my birthday. So obviously, the night before, we had to we lying and thing, so we chop in the ground, a little small hangover and thing, but we started to give them a little bit again and thing, and shake it off a little bit. Alright, cricket started, we batting first. I said, nice. The list kept asking, what are they doing? I said, no, they open pair or what are they doing? They say, what you want to do? I said, I want to open. They said, go ahead. I went to open.
People come to see.
I on 50. Them men beating ball. Because them men pelting, who I can normally hit for 6, right? They're supporters, the other team supporters. Why you can't play a cover drive for 4 and thing? And I was like, brother man, here we're going on. It's so easy, them men pelting. You had to hit them ball for 6. You can't, it's an embarrassment to hit that ball for a cover drive for 4. But who tell me say that? Them men started to get vexed now, so they started to get more talk signs on 50 and they call them a shit tongue and all kind of thing. I want 100, they still calling me shit tongue, boy. I out in the last over in the last ball on 122. And I walk out, they're still telling me I shit tongue. I was like, no. I know. They're looking for Bacchanal. That is how this kind of win the cricket now. They're looking for the little Bacchanal like that. But my team started telling me, no, hey, that team is a little thing like that. They look to getting people's head and I say, but that's my kind of cricket. I say, but they've been coming out the bat one by one. When I end down in the air, I say, can I keep it? I tell them, fellas, I say, I want to keep. I say, man, can really keep. I like to keep. They say, I do it. Well, I know I can't. Just let me do what I want. I keep it. But as the men come in, I only heckling them and thing. I say, come now, man, let me see what they're going to do here. Let me see what they're going to do here. Thing. Oh, they going to game. I want to talk about it. Now, after that game, we beat them. All the old talk and all the Bacchanal dying. You know, obviously that crosswalk in every single Windball game. Every single Windball game in New York have Bacchanal. I think Trinidad have Bacchanal. New York have more Bacchanal than Trinidad. More Bacchanal. Yes, remember, it's not no money and they play. When I play for passion up there, in Trinidad here, we play for the money. We want to win, we want the little cash. Up there, it's passion. It's passion. It's team versus team. It's bragging rights. That is it. Alright. So, I say, well, here we're going on. After that game, I went down in the team now with Barman and them now. Oh no, I heal them out and thing now. I say, hey, all you talk and thing, I see. I make sure I catch on the back. All you laugh at me last time, I make sure to laugh at you this time. So they realize now, like, I don't know, violent fella, the thing with all the old talk and close talk and thing. They realize that kicks and thing, I tell them, well, hey, take a drink. Obviously, I walk in my little white talk from Trinidad.
Must have that,
They
must have that.
have to take a little shot. They don't. So they started to take the fellas and drink the lime one. So we started lime and thing, and that's how everybody started to become closer and closer now. Because of me. So the first year that was the second year. The second year when I went up there, after the tournament, we won the tournament and thing. They gave me a trophy for bringing amusement to their eyesight.
That's good.
They say that I have brought Windball cricket to their eyes.
What is that?
Because for the past years, they have not seen somebody dominate Windball cricket like that.
Yeah.
No, with saying that, there's a few guys. And a guy, we think that he's 55. And that man gets MVP of the tournament every single year.
Oh, wow. 55.
Yeah, at 55. And that man does beat ball like me. If you see what that man is the ball.
He's an American or he's
He is, I think he's from St. Vincent.
Okay, yeah.
And he's American now.
Yeah,
He stays up there now, right?
well.
So,
Oh.
but boy, that man is 55 and that man get MVP every single
Wow.
year. For the last 4 or 5 years after COVID, he get MVP all years.
Hey.
So that's how good he is. Yeah, and then another guy, he just make 100 right through but for the first time he see me batting now, he see me hitting the ball, he come up, he say, young boy, I want to tell you something. I see man up here be making all the runs and thing. Well, I don't know my boy cocky already, so me ain't say nothing. I just tell him, but that game, he playing with us, so that same game I made the 100. He was the man who was, he just bat wherever he want to.
Yeah.
He's so good, he can bat wherever he want. So there's he well, alright, well, one thing. So when he come and see what made the 100, no, boy say, well, alright, yeah, boy, like your hot thing. Well, in the mind, you can see it in his, I can see it in the eyes now.
Yeah.
He ain't know what to tell you now. So everybody bongs on and I laughing and talking, everybody, I try to make peace with everybody. No back and anything. I tell them where I come from, we like to line with everybody. When lose our job, everybody lineman. They're like, nah, up here, we had to pull the corner. And them had to pull like, alright. Since I've been going there for the past 6 years, every time I play cricket, everybody be around everybody. Because I is the kind of person I am. I don't like to bickering and bacchanal and this and that. I wait on the field, yes. We must have a little bacchanal on the field, it must be cricket, right?
Must.
But after the game, everybody must be able to line together, drink, and enjoy everybody's atmosphere. You know that, you know?
Nice thing about
But up there, yeah, we had to get that. But to get that, yes, I take it.
That's the thing with Trinidad. We could just carry our line when you win.
Yeah, that's the thing with Trinidad. Now, the win lose our job, we outside, we line. Because the thing about up there is one tournament most of the guys play.
Oh, okay.
So that's
the only opportunity
on a
of
Sunday.
Okay.
Now they get 2 tournaments. A kind of pre-tournament is come out before. A little 10 hours thing is come out before. And then after this, there's have the night when might come out. You never know.
Oh.
They're not sure. But this one come out now. That is the one everybody pay for bragging rights.
Oh, okay.
That is the real tournament. That like the normal update. Yeah, everybody waiting for that. So for the summertime when that come out, everybody every Sunday that is what they be waiting for.
So that's in New York.
Yeah, that's in New York.
All right.
The other day, me and Babu went to play some cricket in a one-day tournament in Miami with a guy called Sachin. Now he asked us to come up and play because he have a team, and now his team is not a prolific team. So he say, well, hey, I feel you could come and help out my team. And I say, why, Babs? I mean, you know, we can go up and get them a pull up. One day, it's a weekend we going for. I say, well, I'm not to do that weekend, let me go. He say, all right, let me go. Well, we went up there. So he flying from Florida, Orlando, one thing, and come down and thing. So the first game, this side that we talking to is apparently we team partners on them.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So the lineman next to we and thing. Alright. Them play first, they make 108 or something like that. And 102 or something like that. And the bowler is about 60. So there's, you know, they're a little cocky now, they're sitting outside and thing. We going to play after. Babu alone make 108 or something like that. So the eyes kind of open up, the only line and thing and this and that, like all lines stop. The men of them get quiet. Everybody gets still. So Babu come on, we know we line and still and we thinking, we find like they getting quiet. All of a sudden them and no, that is, I think it was 4 or 5 teams and then we end up had to play them in the semi-final now. We partner them. So they real set me up and say, don't worry, we coming for you and thing. You know, right moments before the game, them men pull out, boy.
Yeah.
Them men say, nah, we ain't playing. Them men and I feel like they get too drunk and they can't meet. But anyway, you can see the fear in the fellas' eyes, bro. You can see the fear in them fellas' eyes. So we had to play back the team now that Babu make the 100 now against in the semi-finals. Well, boy,
kill them
No,
again.
actually we had to play white team and made it in the final because the side leave.
Right,
Yeah.
so-
So we had to end up playing. Well, we ended up beating up that side now again, and we ended up beat up our next side again. Well, everybody was watching like, hey boys.
So now after from the first time, they still using the tennis ball on them, or they will
In Miami, Babu kept some Tiger Pro.
Oh, so.
Yeah, so we use the Tiger Pro up there. Tiger Pro, I mean, and they use a concrete strip with a carpet on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's kind of no.
Remember they play hardball on those wickets up there. Concrete strip and a carpet, and that's hardball wicket for them. So we played on one of that wicket. Nice, grong and nice.
Tyro. So for them to have a beach cricket.
A beach cricket, I hear what a ball come. There's only enough for the old fellas and them and nothing for the young boys.
Well then a young boy competition had to have something like that because.
That's how I see
well, actually, how that happened is because the main sponsor of that competition actually has a facility, a ranch.
Which is the Montico.
Yeah.
You know, I played cricket for them in Zolf tournament already.
Oh, yeah. Well, right. So, well, they had the Drifters team is over 45.
Right.
And we played that last year. It was around Easter, but seeing that the competition started a little later, it has always been this year was the second year. It was being in the middle of the tournament. So, and it's mandatory that all the teams play, right? Last year I didn't play it. This year I played in it, and it was for me it was different in the sense that, well, first of all, it's an enclosed arena. Obviously.
Wait, quick question. You had to play barefoot in that cricket?
Yeah.
The easy thing.
Well, you can bat with a sneaker.
Oh, you can bat with a sneaker but batting with sneakers can be dangerous and that concrete chip.
If you watch, all I'm gonna say it now. I had two white men below me. Yeah, that was from that. That was from the first night. That was from the Friday night. Right? We played on my team, Organs. We played. Well, you had to. The format was you have the 12 teams in the tournament. One team they split them down in two groups. One team dropping out, and the other 10 teams advancing to the knockout on the Sunday, starting on Friday night.
Right.
We playing Friday night games, then we play Saturday from Saturday afternoon, and then we finish off on Sunday. So I had the opportunity, my team, which was one of the best teams in the competition, had the opportunity to beat some of the better teams to make it to Sunday. And but for most people who are playing that will tell you, more than anything else, the experience of playing up there is what it is as really good for. If you're looking for a line, if you're looking for good cricket, and it's 2 of us, right? No, sorry, 3 of us, right? And there's a situation in the game where whoever pelted before you pelt you over. This year they introduced that in competition. There's a bag, you gotta pull a ball. It have 4 white balls and it have a bacchanal ball. Bacchanal ball is yellow ball. Right? If you pull that, every run coming off the bat is double. Right? So if you're on a team that they have good pelters, you're in trouble.
Pray for you not to be
I pulled 4 bacchanal ball in the competition. 4. Right? I won one of the games. 1. Right? So that'll tell you. Now but it all comes back to basically to what you're saying about what Windball cricket is really and truly more than cricket itself, right? And people can say, well, this is because we are Trinidadians and that's how we are. But I believe it's more than that. We like, and I can attest to this. Even some of the teams that we would play against, that's not probably great teams, good teams.
Right.
You'll find a lot of athletic people on those teams.
Right.
Good players on those teams. The teams themselves, in some cases, the teams on them, if you have probably good management or you probably have a better captain, they might very well be a team just as good as the team that you on.
Yes.
So it's not all just, a man just want to come out and take a sweat. It's actually
being another thing too, because a lot of people feel because they have money, they can bring out a team and captain a team.
Yeah.
But that is not how to run a team, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that is, I see that a lot all over. Yeah. But I mean, these are teams now, that is, like, yeah, they see them team, that is team, I looked up for something. So.
I knew guys would know, because I know I play cricket all the time. I personally, right now, I was asked by 2 teams to play in the over 40. And some people can tell me I choose the wrong team. It had nothing to do with that. I choose the lesser team. It really and truly is what they came to me with. Both teams came to me with.
But
One
I'm
team,
saying it could be
yeah.
one team that you tell yourself, one team, yeah, I'll play with team, yeah, we
Yeah.
can win, but I might do nothing. And
Exactly.
then the other team now, I can do everything in team, and then we might not win, but I gain chance to do something.
well,
Yeah.
well,
and
in
then
my
I can
case,
even have the team.
well, in this case with me, the team actually trying to rebuild,
Right.
right? And it's easy to say, well, we want to rebuild, but it's also another thing to tell you what plans they have. And if we're talking about our over 40 team, how much are we building window real small because we're talking about older guys with diminishing skills and things, right? Including yourself, you don't have diminishing skills. And you gotta be honest to yourself about things like that. And so when the reality of that was relayed to me, I decided, well, yeah, I'll play with this team. Are we playing by Norman? Right? The first competition I'm playing with them is by Norman. And for me, the bigger opportunity to play by Norman is this. When Norman competition started 20 years ago, the team I was playing with in San Grande was actually a team that I put together with guys who I know could play. Right? I was captaining the team. I really actually didn't want to captain the team. I wanted other people to manage the team because that made me play freer. But it didn't work out so. And to the point where it is that when I first found out about Norman's competition, like 3 years into the existence. And I told Norman this too, that my team, them fellas, some of them don't want to leave Grandy to play, some of them vex with them fellas because we get opportunities to play all over the place and all that. And I just never get the opportunity to play. So this year, at 48, you get the opportunity to finally play by Norman, right? But but me and Norman good for years, right? And so this opportunity presented itself. So much so that Norman joined me on the phone before the competition started, and he had to be he'll be giving me updates on interviews when we're doing the podcast, going throughout the tournament and so on. We playing by Norman.
I'm not sure as yet,
Yeah,
because
sure.
you see, like, I'm traveling today now.
Yeah.
I'm coming back on the date starting, so
On the 7th,
after
right.
that, then I'll know, like, when I come back now, I'll be like, all right.
Well, I know CSK not in the competition.
Right, so then that is why I'm not sure who I'll be playing with as yet.
Okay.
Last year I played Reload.
Yeah, I remember.
Right, so that's why I say I'm not sure. I told them as yet, I'm not sure as yet because I'm going and traveling. Plus when I come back, I'm not sure if I might have to go back again.
Okay.
So these things I don't want to
Yeah, commit yourself to.
commit to any side,
Okay.
and then I might be able to make it and things. So, but I know I'll be there for the knockout itself.
Right.
So it's just for me to play 2 games to qualify.
Yeah.
So so I'll just wait, and when I come back, I'll see.
Good
More or
idea.
less, I just get the calls and then they'll call and try to ask and then.
Alright, so all other defend this thing by Norman. And we watch me and we coming out of the line just now. But you had to defend this thing by Norman. You know the teams that play in any competition. If you had to give me 6 teams that could be in the quarterfinals, give me 6 teams. Don't call premium. Call premium.
Well, Anthrax.
Oh yeah, because just come out
They played that.
Formerly
I think
Strokers. Strokers they were last year.
They were Strokers last year. We played them in semi-final. Sample 6.
Always good.
Yeah, and
Danny
I get
Mann,
a sneak in to see the list of players this year, and they're even stronger than last year.
Okay.
Yeah. Who else could be there? By Reload.
Reload are 2 teams.
Well, let's see.
2 teams there this year?
Yeah, Reload and I don't know how they're differentiating them, but I know Mickey has 2 teams in the competition this year. Both of them going by Reload. Reload somehow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. So I know Reload is always just again the experience them have.
Yeah.
So you can't count them out. Who else? What other teams they don't have?
You want to bring more fire in that?
Yeah, more fire. Because that team is some youth men, some real enthusiastic youth men on that team.
They who had one of them beating up in Bonnet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But
By 1 run.
That team, they're really developing
yeah,
more and more better
Them
as
just
a
brothers.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they have this next one, Ricardo Robinson.
Mhm. Yeah.
He real good too, boy. The man had talent, boy. These men, I watching them play. I like the other day I play in the 6s. I asked Jaro to bring down that fella to come and play and thing because these are the youngsters now. We had to get them to come out and play the cricket.
Yeah.
But the only thing was he was far. He was living quite grandy, and they come down south early in the morning and think.
Grandy
We reached
far.
late for the game. We come and lost the quarters and think.
I know telling him a team didn't want to come from Grandy. Grandy is far from the way. I never tell you, Grandy is far from the way. They're from Grandy. Guys, say, oh, good on. I wish I could have had one hair longer. Because, I mean, this was good. But, you know what? Somewhere down the line, we'll be doing this video. And this could be much more fun with three of us.
Sure,
and other
I have
people.
no problem. I'm
Yeah,
up for it.
Yeah.
Once I hear, I would always be up for it. As I said, the more I talk about Windball, I think them youngsters would listen.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't stop. I just want to keep preaching to them, especially good stuff about it, you know. And there's a lot of youngsters these days coming up, and I want them to have a clean and calm mind playing the cricket.
Yeah.
I don't want them having grudges against this one and looking for bacchanal and this and that thing. So I've been talking to two of them, and I want them to just, close them out a little bit, let the batter and the ball do the talking.
Yeah.
And that is like the most important thing these youngsters have to realize these days.
See.
And once they get that, I mean, it's how fast they take to mature about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And everybody will understand one day. I just hope it's not too late for them.
Yeah, for real.
Until they understand.
Yeah, for real.
I want them to understand young and play the game good. Like, we had cricket when we was that 20 and thing. That is how I want them to have the cricket. I want to say, well, hey, I want to go down, watch that final, so then young boys have good down there. You get see a good game.
Yeah.
You don't hear them thing going on unless you're hearing we playing in our final and thing and this and that, because men know they're going and get a good game. I want this from the youngsters too. This is what I want.
Yeah, that going back to what I was trying to say earlier.
I want that.
We
That's
need
what we
more
want.
youngsters in it. Because when you really check like the seeded list on them these days, the seeded list still littered with like myself.
The same man. I want to see youngsters on that
trying
list
to
now.
push we off the list.
I mean, when we was 20, they were waiting for us to turn 20 to put on our list. So you telling me now, them fellas is 25, 26, and then still if to make a list. Nah. I want them get good, and that's what I tell them. I don't want you look to underperform in tournaments just to not get seeded. I want to do good, and when you get seeded, look to play for the same team you're playing for, or for the best team in the country.
Yeah, for real.
That is your goal. That was my goal when I get seeded. I say, well, hey, they get seeded. It makes sense you get seeded and still go and play in a small side thing. As they get seeded, look to try and make the best side in the country.
For real.
That is what you have to do.
Yeah.
And the next thing for me with that is their fitness as well, because you're watching some 26, 25 year olds with some kind of bellies playing with talent.
Yeah, good talent. They some big belly.
Yeah, the belly and the shape is like.
Yeah.
I had some of them, I always get them talk. I say, I 10 years older than all they, and I just still move better than some all they. But it is a mindset that we have to push to get that into them, because
I think Kadeem, why them youngsters do love Windball as much as we, boy, because let me tell you why.
They
You
like
will
the
still
live
see
more.
me and Kadeem playing cricket all over and them young boys today, them picking and choosing like if they're wife and children and thing, boy. That's where it reached to now. That this is what I don't want. When I want to hear, when a young boy hear cricket, they may be asking where them just want to go.
Yeah.
That was me back in my, that was we love that.
I was not when I say it's sickening to see both all in that game, but it's even more sickening than for them fellas not to be played. Them youths and them not to be played. That's a sad thing. That's a real sad thing. Guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for lying with me this evening. And hopefully I can have whatever back inside.
No problem.
Anytime.
Hanu sorry, Kadeem Williams. Pleasure was mine. You understand? So that was this episode of Lyman with the Live Wire. I want to thank Kadeem Williams. I want to thank Hanuman Munsami for lying with me in this episode, and I hope to have them back sometime soon. As a matter of fact, as we finish here, we will organize something, right? And hopefully we could have it visual. So don't forget, this episode drops on Friday morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Livewire Media Works. All right? And subscribe, leave a comment, and let's see how it goes. Mark Anthony Scott, live long and prosper, even in your internal sleep. We get ready for another episode come Monday. Be good, people.